Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this is. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you, Ellen. Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Jog on!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough.
Welcome everybody, and we're gonna do the shit.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Ah! Fuck! Can we do it? Can we do it?
Cured death.
Jog on!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Fuck off!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
The silence continues.
Are you fucking getting
No.
Welcome to the
No.
losing our minds if you couldn't tell.
I think they could tell. Welcome to Not for Broadcast, and welcome to The Time.
Can't wait to see Jake half the shit in this.
Okay, so just to clarify, I have seen more or less like the first two like acts of this DLC. However, I don't remember like anything. Well, outside of that one.
Partly my fault since I didn't play some of this with Jake.
Yeah, that's what happened. But now I actually have the game.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester.
Right, we're listening.
When no one turned
He's
up.
told him 1,000 times.
My left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat
I
was.
don't know why he keeps consistently saying there's never a loop, but still I look to the machine and
Now I'm concerned.
nothing.
If at first you don't succeed, remember that loop being a name, you'll probably be back there again anyway.
Yes, classic life advice.
Day 126. So this takes place between... What's day 8 again? I forgot. And between day 8...
Check for you.
Okay, between Live and Spooky and The Tempest. That's what, yeah.
Winston, lovely of you to volunteer for an
all-nighter.
I'll be with you for the first section, but then I've got tickets for Smiling Coach Johnson and his Jazz Fandango.
Hey!
Keep the show on the road and keep the edits snappy. Should be a big night.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester.
All right.
It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one has turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my
Yeah, I'm
The date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when
I ran him over. The number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. I don't see how it's that hard for you to remember.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Not you, sorry.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Host will be with you shortly.
What does science?
Colin's getting the heebie-jeebies, apparently.
Science, apparently.
Oh, good job it's done here then.
Jeremy Donaldson! It's him! It's him! In the
All
flesh!
the best minds are.
He's just being modest. He's
Professional
also
cynic is real.
Calendar.
Sorry, I'm late. Phone call. Professor Magnus.
Doctor, apparently.
Either is fine.
Unless you need surgery.
Alright, now it's time. We're about to... Alright, here we go. Alright, you ready? Say it, Jeremy!
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 30th of March 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your national nightly news team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chantlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named Happiness Collective.
Is this why Lewis couldn't ping for points? Yes, Redmix, yes! He's stuck here with me! I stole him off of Logie, who was already kidnapping him to begin with. Oh no.
We're working on a secret project.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We'll be in and out the schedule.
So back to points.
Reporters standing by up and down the
No.
devices put a smile to your face.
We'll have guests from the world of science, politics, and entertainment, and of course, those all-important guests.
So don't move that way. We'll stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you The Night of Smiles.
I'm okay. I'm not okay. Nickel! It's Jeremy Donaldson! And Megan Wolf! With Dr. Charles Magnus! And Chester Mims! Where we get the points! I'm doing a VSO over here! The Happiness Collective! The Night of Smiles, a national nightly news special with your hosts, Jeremy Donaldson and Megan Wolf.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind you will be activated in the first experiment of its
Yeah, okay, we got it.
First, let's meet the man behind the merriment, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello.
For joining us, you're the leader of the Happiness Collective, as I understand.
Yes, that's right.
So how's that work then, being the leader of a collective?
Well,
The leader of a
I
cult.
suppose.
Dr. Magnus, how does your Euphoria device work?
Oh, that's simple. I just get my assistant Chester to push the big red button.
Yes, but what does it actually do?
It makes people happier, Mr. Donaldson.
Yes, and how does it do that?
Well, some of that information is proprietary, but I could try and explain the basics.
Oh, well, not
Keyboard typing.
so try not to get too into the weeds.
Well, to put it simply, everything is vibration.
Lewis, do you mind
Everything is
promoting the
vibrating.
stream in points?
A particle is also a wave, and a
maybe.
wave is, if
Do
you
it
like,
now.
a note. And we all vibrate at different notes depending on our mood.
Fuck you.
Happier people vibrate at a higher frequency than sad.
If you want to promote it, then you've got to promote yourself. Because you're just making it look like
In
fat.
music, there's a concept called resonance. When a note on a piano is played, corresponding strings also sound. They
I
vibrate.
didn't know I was going to make you lose your fan now, did I?
Yes, yes, I have an A-level in music.
And physics?
Yes.
Well, the Euphoria device works in much the same way.
It's
The
just
machine
promoting
generates.
just.
Redmix, you do know how a Discord server works, right?
Generates a note that represents happiness, and all the people and the animals resonate with that note and feel happy.
I love responding to sarcasm seriously, because that just makes it funnier. It just adds on to the sarcasm, if you know what I mean. Lewis, stop speaking in the chat or I will revoke your moderator permissions.
No.
That's what I thought.
Noticeably. Measurably.
Why can't I speak in the
At
chat?
least that's the hope.
So,
J-Mo, my role has all the power. Do you understand?
Do you understand how a Discord server is run?
You need overrole. Not owner. You need you need to make the server delete the server.
You use the stones to destroy the stones, you meh.
I'm speechless at this point. I won't think there is speech.
money over the tens of millions. You've built a giant piano that only plays one note.
Yes, but it's a very powerful note. And this is the only...
Oh, fuck, not them.
There is less than
Well,
a
actually,
minute to go now,
oh, fuck,
so
not
we'll
her.
get set
I
up
played
with
Bits
Tessa
of Your
and
Life. Peter Clement is a really good man.
We can go live to the new Advanced HQ.
Peter Clement is my
from the Prime Minister's
is like
Peter Clement,
the
Julia Salisbury.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Advanced, Julia and I just wanted to wish all of you the very best of luck with tonight's groundbreaking experiment.
When this project landed on my desk, I just knew it deserved to be funded. After all, what
I
could
know more than
possibly
you.
be
You've
better
spent
than
notifications for all messages
Now,
yourself.
I'll
Has
admit,
no
I was a little
bitches, so no bots.
skeptical, but the lab results
No
are
bitches.
promising, and I'm reliably informed
No
that
activity.
work on this is
No layout. And
it's
no
a big
bitches.
well done from us.
You do realise you do have a voice mod open.
Oh, I do.
You could have put the Vine Rooms out there!
Let me try. Let me try this again. Let me redeem myself.
No!
Let me redeem myself. Let me fucking.
No! Liverpool lost to North Nottingham Forest! Now I'm sad!
To Dr. Magnus and the entire team at the Happiness Collective.
So, as my old man used to say,
Oh, I need to use the sensor real quick.
twatting about and get the gimlet frothy.
Wow. Good luck, everybody. Back to the studio.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there.
No. You were a little bit off.
And of course, without the funding from the Assets and Wealth Fund,
We'd still be making prototypes out of sticks.
Who's getting fucking Discord things at this time of day? Okay, no more voice mod until the end of the time loop. You hear me?
Okay.
That was the sound of blowing up voice mod.
You see, sound like if you were going to voice act numbers, I'm not going to make fans of them. Well, I mean, I'm not the voice actor of numbers.
I am.
What?
Exclusive claim. Anyway.
and you are
I can vouch for that.
System IMS 24. My allergies include nuts,
Do you
macrame
have
furniture, and
bleach?
liquids with a viscosity over 200 centipoise.
Why every time?
This is assistant for.
To be fair, right, there are multiple different names for numbers. So you have the numbers themselves, numbers, and the secret one, which is the one you have to guess.
I don't think anybody can guess it. If anybody has used a calculator in the past millennia, you should know what the secret one is.
Yes.
You should know.
So, I mean, well, I like to say it once, and then never again.
Boobies.
Yeah.
That is the only time I will say that in the report.
It was hilarious when Loki told me, I was like, I know this was points before Lewis.
Ow!
Oh, I'm crying.
Ow! Anyway.
Actually, they were in the server before me. Loki forgot to invite me.
Fucking idiot, him!
Loki invited Lewis now. Some you moron.
Blue, I feel like Blue is stuck in the time.
He's on a 20-minute delay.
He's on it, yeah, he's on
40 years behind.
He's back. He's back in 1985, and this is on. He's back in this time.
Now on Channel 1, it's time for the Night of Smiles. Hello, I'm Jeremy Jonathan, and I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March,
Okay, shush.
1985.
3 very long years.
Yes, he called me his right-hand man.
Well, that's enough lab banter.
No, I'm making myself stop the brain
We're about to. Let's see what happens.
On the screen. And we're going in 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back! Oh God, no! What the fuck just happened? Bozeman.
I can sense movement down there. I know you're stuck in this with me.
Hi, Bozeman.
Just a guess, but I think time itself has frozen.
You guys like founded by that.
This pressing case of emergency buttons that just gave me started flashing. And I think it corresponds with the one you have down there in the broadcast room, on that weird-looking machine to your left. I'll press mine now, and let's see if that gets yours working.
Yo! Button.
Big button.
Now, what do I do with this button?
You explode.
Okay, cool. Oh, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Just stuck in time. Man, I love a good. I love a good Doctor Who reference.
Winston, lovely of you to volunteer for an all-nighter. I'll be with you for the first section, but then I'm off. Got tickets for smiling Toots Johnson and his Jazz Fandango.
Oh God.
Does this all seem a little familiar to you, Alex?
Yeah, it's almost like it happened 5 minutes ago.
Weird sensation of deja vu. Strange.
Brother, I asked you to watch Project Bottom for a reason.
Let me watch Carmen San Diego in peace. Thank you very much.
Well, good luck with the show.
I told you 1,000
I would like to watch Carmen San Diego. I've only watched one episode.
Then watch it!
By the worrying number of lumps under my left arm.
No, you get out! I'm in control here!
The age my cat was when I ran him over.
Don't
the
tempt me!
I've had with my father, and the exact time my
No,
mother walked
I'm
out.
not watching BoJack Horseman, even if you guys tell me to.
Blue, please, Blue. I would like you to stop being back in time and get into the present. 1925.
Why it's so hard for you to remember.
Hang on, this is extremely familiar.
Not him, sometimes.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Don't like it, because we heebie-jeebies.
What does science?
Don't like it.
What doesn't Colin like?
Science, apparently.
Sorry,
Good job was done here then.
Jeremy, this is Dr. Charles Magnus.
Jeremy Dawson.
I would, but I don't know if my
All
stuff
the
might
best
have
ones
the
are.
subscription.
Modest.
You know,
He's also
for
a
charity.
Okay, this is literally the exact same thing.
Sorry, I'm late. Phone call. Professor Magnus.
Doctor, apparently.
Either is fine.
Unless you mean Cedric.
I beg your pardon?
Camera 2 is when it started, so we're gonna go back there again.
3.
Hopefully I do it better than last.
Good evening.
Best drop.
I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special
Yesterday
event
was the 13th
hosted
of
by
March.
the National Nightly News Team.
In a laboratory.
Yeah,
Sleepy
it
Hills of
was.
Chiltern.
Yesterday was... No, wait, yesterday was the 13th of September. The 21st night of September.
I guess and it's ultimately named Happiness.
We are definitely doing the same thing again,
They
Winston.
claim their
And
Thanks, I
did it
noticed.
the first
will
time.
raise overall
Much
happiness
as I hate to
levels
admit it,
throughout the
because,
country.
and I want to make this
Tonight's live on Channel
absolutely
1
clear,
will be putting
I
up claims
hate
for text.
science fiction.
Then why did you book this?
With the chronological order of reality.
Then why did you book this onto your network? Hang on, I forgot. Oh yeah.
If only there were
Not the broadcast 2, guys.
time seems to be looping.
Sorry, guys.
There must be something.
The sequel. Oh fuck.
Can't think of anything. Maybe it'll come to me later.
Smiles.
Got it. We'll call this a time loop.
just got in trouble with Channel 1.
You're about 3 days less than a month off. I'd like you to know. So just do you mind waiting until then to wish me a happy birthday? I'll be streaming on that day, obviously, and you will be participating, hopefully, in the plan. You know the one. You know the one I'm planning.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm not talking to you, Lewis. I'm talking to Red.
I know you're not. I know you're talking to Red, but I'm.
Then why did you speak?
Because yes.
That's not a good explanation. The only random explanation you can put is the Ministry of Education and Science in the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Thank you, Red. You're awesome.
No. Holy shit, that deleted all his messages. Oh my god. Oh, oops.
Yes, time loop. Time loop.
Alright, time loop, regardless.
Bit boring, isn't it, Winston? The event, I mean, not the name, which is sappy as totally original. But you know, this, just watching the same.
At least it's only for 60 seconds.
Winston, I have a big red button up here. I'm going to push it. Let's see what happens.
Wait, no, don't push it!
Ah, you made your big button light up. Push your big red button, Alex, and let's see what it does.
Oh! Boom.
It makes your big button light up. That's such a phrase.
Also stops time. Interesting. Right. We've all read enough science fiction nonsense to understand what's happening here.
My core line.
Keep repeating this day again
That isn't
and
in the
again until we find a way to break the loop. God, I hope we don't have to go on a journey of self-discovery full of profound insights that lead to personal growth. I have a gig to get to.
Ding ding, J-Bone got it right.
Brilliant idea. Restart the loop by pressing that big red button again and leave the rest to me.
Okay. Red. Red is the enemy saying let me out of the timeout. It's 1 minute, don't worry about it. Hey, you're about to get out of it. It's been about a minute, so I believe you're out of it already. Look.
Back with me now. While I was waiting for
Oh my god!
I enacted the solution to our little time-getting stuck conundrum. There is
We have a whiteboard now. We're a whiteboard for this.
and the ghastly problem has been nipped in the bud before anything too ridiculous happens. I don't want to brag here, Alex. The solution I found is as elegant as it is simple. A lesser mind would probably have struggled even to conceive of such a notion. But to me, Bob Bozeman, it was as obvious as wearing a tie on a Sunday afternoon. I have, and this is the brilliant part, unplugged the machine.
He's back.
Watch and learn.
Okay, he unplugged the machine. Oh, there it is. Look, camera 4. It's unplugged. Look at that.
Number of lumps under my left arm. The date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend. The age my cat was when I ran him over.
The number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, I don't see that so hard to even remember.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
It's all going to plan.
Dr. Magnus.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
There's something wrong here.
No, it's fine, Colin.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine, Colin, please.
Feel that the mayor of Fiddleshire was some sort of bird person.
So this is different. So
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. No. 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 No.
There we go. Goodness me.
I'm just gonna. Wait. Yeah, it actually would have been a better plan.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We'll look at the problem together this time, Alex, and I'm sure we'll come up with the solve. So, I've given you this newfangled pad of mine. It was a gift from the Happiness Collective. Hopefully you noticed it last loop. Apparently, when I write up here, you'll be able to see it down there, which is brilliant. But as as far as the science behind it goes, it may as well be magic as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's just a whiteboard. It's just a whiteboard website.
I'll make sure we implement them for the next loop. Give it a go now.
Okay.
Oh, your naivety will be hilarious.
So we can either just cancel the show or throw in a bomb scare. What do you want to do? Do you want a Big Brother this, or do we want a Big Brother this?
Big Brother this. Let's Big Brother this.
Which Big Brother this?
I think you can tell which Big Brother this.
Okay.
No one's in the studio, they can't press the button. Simple.
Press the button.
Press my button up here. If you're happy with your choice, just press your red button on the contraption to your left, and it should reset the loop for us. Then I'll get to work.
Okay.
Postman knows exactly what to do because he is Bonky Bonky. Bonky Bonky.
I have to confess, Winston, I had a bit of fun with this one. You see,
I hear the fire alarm.
to actually empty the studio, but not so serious that people would be worried once they were safely away. And then my eureka moment. I put on a strange voice and called in a bomb threat. Brilliant, isn't it? They've evacuated the whole building. Now all we have to do is simply wait.
Oh, it's raining.
What is his voice, though?
Huh. What's this guy doing?
Oh, dear God.
All we've done here is delay the inevitable, I feel. Won't they just come back up?
Mate, did you not get the idea?
Seems this may have been one of your more short-sighted ideas, Alex.
Motherfucker, you just put it on the board!
Speaking of, is that your old replacement cleaning the studio now? I wonder if they'll clean the...
Whoa.
Damn it. I'm going to fire that cleaner. I guess we'll just have to cancel the show then.
That guy replaced my job because I replaced another guy's job because the other guy left the country. Crime not for broadcast law. If Dave was still here, that would be me.
The law of not for broadcast is wild.
I know, right? Oh my god, it's a loading bar. My favourite.
I don't know why, but the loading sequences specifically for this take about forever, for no reason.
I think it's because they have to load a bloody new set of shit so every time.
I guess I have to load, like, new FMVs.
I know what you're thinking, Alex. What possible merit could the Cat Football Cup have being on
Although I don't know exactly
it's
how
the Cat Football Cup,
How do I know my decibel level? I can't hear my own decibels. I'm speaking at my regular volume.
Apparently they hate each other. They absolutely do hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
After death and while he argues or whatever the hell. Oh, I missed something. Okay, retry from checkpoint, please. I deafened because Lewis was having an argument, and that made me lose something. So, fantastic. Lewis, please tell me via DMs when it's okay again.
Alex, what possible merit could the Cat Football Cup have being on Channel 1? And of course, the answer is...
Did I just see boss nonce on the cast?
You take it very seriously.
Oh, of course.
Apparently they hate each other. Entities of bad blood.
They sound like a fool for you off.
Sorry, I'm late. Verbal.
Apparently they hate each other.
They do. They absolutely do hate each other.
Oh, well, this is fun. Oh, well,
Oh god, no, not Channel 3. Not Channel 3. Not Channel 3. Channel 3 is gonna fuck it up. They are right now.
Person.
I was assumed you'd keep fish.
Domestic terrorists.
Lewis is back. Lewis has returned.
No, all the hairy little terrorists.
That's what the crew call you.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, viewers of Channel 1, and welcome to this National Nightly News special event.
Tonight, for one night only, we're bringing you everything you need to know about this year's Cat Football Cup final.
We'll have interviews with the coaches, managers, and even the star players.
Somehow.
It's going to work, but I guess we'll find out.
Our roving team of reporters have been tucked away up and down the country to bring you live reactions and pre-match fever.
And, of course, at 9 we'll have all the action of the match itself, live, right here on Channel 1.
So don't go changing that channel. It's going to be perfect here on Channel 1.
The football!
I don't think I've ever seen Jeremy more sad in my life.
To be honest, it actually takes skill to look that sad unless you're actually that depressed. I don't think Paul is. So he's definitely a good actor.
Yeah, true. Really good actors, you can actually grab their emotions from them.
He did a good job in Heatwave. He did a very good job in Heatwave. I won't explain what exactly happens because that's a spoiler and I want you guys to play the fucking game. But, yeah.
Just look at him, so bloody disappointed.
To be joined by the two
I think everyone's like Jeremy now with the sports.
Also the managers.
And the owners.
Yes.
And I would imagine most of the spectators.
Let's start with you, Felicity.
Snippety Whippet. Felicity.
Felicity Snippety Whippet.
Whippet. I am the manager.
Felicity Snippety Whippety Kippety Whippety.
Yeah, actually, not gonna lie, it's a pretty good song.
I showed it to my school friend, who I don't even think has a single clue what Vocaloid is. He was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I like but the music is banging. So,
I mean, to be fair, right, I'm not fluent in the language.
Stop! You're gonna get caught by auto spam!
But yeah, I think, honestly, I like let me try and get this right. Matryoshka.
Matryoshka, yes.
I tried, okay? I tried.
You got it right! You were just slow! You got it right, you were just slow, okay?
Orlington Big Paws.
That's a name that gives you pause for thought.
It's a
It's time since I don't own numbers
unlike
yet.
those so-called fluffers.
The Slingtown Fluffers applied their yours and always achieve.
I have my VHS record. I have my vision mixer again.
Felicity.
Let's fucking go!
But if I did own numbers, I'd say yes, 100%.
You!
Felicity, as well you know.
Q7.
Pink
Q7! Q7!
To breathe. I can see we're both keen competitors, but let's try and keep a friendly catmosphere.
Of course, apologies. Montgomery Fortune, manager of the Fluffers, soon to be proud, fond.
Not do the cat punch, Megan, please.
A man more sinned against than sinning.
Oh. The Big Paws will hold the cup. We've been training all season and we're not slowing down at the finish line. You stand as much chance of winning the cup as Professor Tiddles does of winning a beauty pageant.
What's the time difference?
You know Professor Tiddles only sprouted that blemish because you tried to poison him.
I would never,
About
ever harm
5.5 seconds, I think.
I'll give it a shot.
Elegant. Everything you should
According to the in-game clock.
I think the sprightly Mercutio I
mean
my misspent youth would beg to disagree.
Okay, it's 8:40 for me now. No, actually, no. Don't worry about that.
at your team recently.
No.
They're more verbal
Okay,
than
it's
fancy
okay.
footwork,
It is
and their teamwork is so
8:30
chaotic,
on the
it's like
clock
playing against
now.
Dogs.
5.3 seconds.
Never. In fact, I'll
5.3 seconds is the gap.
That's right. Lazy, disorganized, and matted. You'd have done better to get them all spayed.
Well, we seem to be a whisker away from a fist fight here.
Please
Will you stop with the cat puns? I concur. If we could all just calm down, please.
Can't stop meow. I've got too many of these.
So, both of you, I have a question. Cats. They're pointless, really, aren't they?
Moments before disaster.
Shame. I was looking forward to taking a hammer to that bloody machine. So, I was
Moments before disaster, Jeremy Donaldson and Megan Wolf are about to be killed when a time loop was triggered.
Famous last words.
Well, unless they have their own Alex Winston to press that red button, we may be stuck here forever. Assuming we're not, let's talk about next time round. I suppose if we're going to be stuck here, we may as well get to know each other. We'll start with me. Did you know that I like mushrooms? Also,
okay.
dew on your face in the hills of the Cotsdowns.
You don't like mushrooms.
Although, to be honest, some of those I can kind of take or leave. Here's another one. Did you know that I love the sound of smooth
Work that way.
If you ask me, very little in this world can beat an afternoon alone with the rhythm.
I can sense a frame.
Do you like the feeling when a man who don't
British and likes mushrooms.
brushes against you in the corridor and suddenly you feel a stirring in the...
Siba.
I think that got stopped for the better. I think he was about to go into something overly sexual. Okay, apparently next up is Bozeman's actual solution. Fucking you were the one! You were the one getting strange, you asshole! What have you done?
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester.
The fuck?
The number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm that take my judge.
If you could just sit here, please.
Someone has covered up my machine. You there?
Me?
Why have you covered up my device?
Not me.
The only song I've actually listened to is...
Perhaps Chester would like to.
Really? Can I?
Oh, yes, you must. Try not to injure yourself.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
Everything set?
Just a small change. We're going to do a big reveal. Sorry I'm late. Leaky gusset. Where do you want me? Over there, Chester.
Chester Mims 24. My favourite odours are cinnamon, pine leaves, and of course...
Over there with Chester.
Asian yogurts!
You'll have to forgive Chester.
Give it good nose.
He takes personality advice.
Asian yogurt.
We had a makeup artist that did that.
Really?
She's dead now.
So,
Oh.
it's open.
Just turn it down like Ruth Megan.
Are you joking? She's not dead. Probably just unemployed.
Consider it trimmed.
Possibly homeless as well.
10 seconds.
And now on
could be
Channel
dead.
1, it's time for a
Alright, let's see what happens.
Going in
We're
5,
regular schedule away
4,
for a night
3.
of smiles with Jeremy Donaldson and Megan Wolf.
Good evening. It's March the 13th, 1985, and you join us for a National Nightly News special event. Dr. Charles Magnus and his tritely named team have been building a machine which they claim will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Sounds ludicrous to me. Megan?
Thanks, Jeremy. I am here with Chester.
Jenny, actually! Jenny, you know how Jeremy is like!
Mims, Dr. Magnus's assistant.
Right-hand man.
Maybe Jenny forgot?
Excuse me, it's right-hand man.
I do not.
It does, sometimes.
Well, Chester, without any further ado, let's unveil this Euphoria device. I'm excited, actually. Are you excited, Chester?
Not really, I've seen it before.
Okay, let's go for it, everybody. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, for goodness sake, Chester.
It's a little larger than I anticipated.
Minds, come on. Equal, not so forward. Upwards, upwards, upwards. Upwards.
Yes, no.
Yes. Never mind. That was just
Oh, God, my eye!
My device!
God, my eye!
What's happened? Oh,
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Bozeman, are you okay?
Mad
It
rampage.
appears we'll be having a change of schedule here tonight on Channel 1. Perhaps there's another experiment we can get up and running. We could see if badgers can flip pancakes or work out exactly how much stupid there is.
We're cancelling the experiment?
Of course not, Chester. It's fine, it's fine. We have another device back at the laboratory in Chilbury, and I'm sure Gerald
Just walking off.
is watching this now, and if he does, he was...
It's hard to do that when something's been fucking destroyed. Like, look at that. That's not correct, is it?
Expecting there might
Like, to be fair, you had your entire life's work just destroyed in a matter of minutes. How do you feel?
That is handy.
Well, that's annoying.
It appears the experiment will be proceeding anyway, on televised. So here's hoping we'll crack a smile sometime soon.
Just walk it off easy.
Only takes a few seconds to charge up the new
Jesus
device, and then
Christ,
Gerald will
mate.
charge up the new device.
Just
Okay, this is starting to get irritating. I have tickets to the Spy Johnson, for God's sake. I'll be damned if I'm going to miss it. So what have we learned? We can't cancel the show in any way, or they'll do it on another channel. We can't break the device. They'll just use the backup. So, if we can't nobble the machine, we'll have to nobble the show somehow. I've got a few options to consider. We could put a guard on the machine so it can't be used, or we could
Didn't we try nobbling the show already?
no, we tried fucking it up with the show, but we haven't really changed it that much.
Two Reds?
Red's clone came in. Hey, keep him there. Keep him there. Boost up the viewer figures. Alright, so we can either tell everybody, defend the machine, change the host to Jenny and Colin, or Patrick and Robin.
Oh. Patrick and Robin, try it.
We're going to see Patrick and Bannon. We're going to see Patrick Bannon.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whatever happened to Bannon Patrick?
To Bannon Patrick. He got cursed to go on the sports desk. That's canonical. Thanks, Live and Spooky. I made a bloody presentation about Sports Board from the base game. A little game that they played in the base game. It's called Sports Board.
Which is actually a real sport.
Isn't a real sport, yes. Yes. Unless you want to make it a real sport.
How do you even play it?
Yeah, that's a good question, but that's what the presentation I made is for.
I'm so lost when I did something in the penthouse.
It was made by me and your mum.
Huh?
It was made by me and your mum. I'll show the presentation later, but it's
To clarify, I have no idea what just happened. My brain just disappeared.
Yeah.
Except one of the things I know is I have unexploded.
What the fuck did J-Mo just say?
I said shit about Sports Board, the Sports Board game. You know the one.
I don't think I ever got an addiction to. My brain is wandering off again.
Fantastic.
Wow, limited content.
Anyway, back to
If only we had someone else to join us.
but they decided to not. exist. Because why not at this point? Anyway, moving on. Why did you get rid of Jenny?
1,000 times, Chester.
It's the number of blind dates I've had when no one shows up, following the growing number of lumps on my left arm, the day my childhood sweetheart wearing my best friend, the age of my cat when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mom walked out. I honestly say that is so hard for you to remember. That's not Patrick.
I think my brain just imploded.
Then stop. Oh, it's too late.
The Night of Smiles! Dun 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 dun!
It's over here. Hi, Robin Short. Pleasure to meet you.
I don't care what she said, she's clearly out of her depth. You get to press the big red button later now. Off you talk.
I don't need to touch that, Colin.
Where's that line, please? Who are you?
I'm Mr. Bannon.
Bannon? It's a horrible idea. I need some new whips.
What's a horrible idea? Who is that weird little man? I want him fired right now.
Hi, Bannon!
Oh, how reassuring.
That's Dr. Magnuson.
It's Bannon!
Oh my
Patrick
God,
Bannon!
I'm so sorry about her. She's new. For some reason, they keep leaving.
What's a Davies Dalton?
With these arseholes. I think they see me as some sort of mentor to them, whereas actually I'm more of a guru. Patrick Bannon, nice to meet you. Any relation to Rain Bannon? Oh, it's a bit complicated.
I'm more like a guru.
Don't worry. You're in perfectly capable hands with Patrick and I. True professionals.
Looking forward to the big barn press? Yes, it will be the culmination of many months of hard work and long nights.
When did you actually start?
Well, we were tinkering for years, but we didn't really get going until Advance came through with the funding.
There we go. All here. Okay, we're going live in 10.
And now on Channel 1,
often wondered
it's
what
time
it'd be
for a
like to be
special
sitting here in the
event.
big chair.
We're throwing the regular schedule
With a
away
man in
for
front of a
Night of
camera.
Smiles
Or
with
woman. Jeremy Donaldson
Robin Short
2.0.
You're welcome to that one.
In 5.
No,
I'll tell you,
sorry, 3.
I've got absolutely
Oh, no, we're live.
I'm not planning on spunking this opportunity right up the curtains. No, sirree. Good evening, I'm Patrick Bannon.
And I'm Robin Short. It's the 13th of March,
It's
1985.
Patrick Bannon.
This is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your National Nightly News reporting team.
Yes. Jeremy Donaldson and Megan Wolf are off doing something. I don't know what. No one told us. So I'll be hosting this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Yes, we will, Patrick. Gently nestling in the sleepy hills of Chintlebury is a solitary laboratory where Dr. Charles Magnus and his wonderfully named Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
Yes, indeed. I do like a good nestle, don't you, Rob? I like it good, don't worry about it. The team are claiming that this will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, I'll be putting that claim to the test, live on Channel 1.
We have reporters positioned up and down the country and a smorgasbord of fabulous expert guests right here in the studio.
I think that was the intention.
Don't even think about changing that channel. You stay right here.
That was the intention.
Live on Channel 1 for
The Night of Smiles.
Da, 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 da! The Night of Smiles! We're your hosts, Patrick Bannon and Robin Short. With Dr. Charles Magnus and...
I feel a certain sympathy for Chester. Magnus seems to enjoy torturing him with impossibly convoluted maths problems.
Welcome to the Night of Smiles with Patrick Bannon and Robin Short.
Welcome back. In just just a few short minutes, the Euphoria device will be activated, and I'll be even happier than I already am, sitting here hosting this. Doesn't seem possible. Maybe I'll we. But before that,
maybe I'll we.
Behind the merriment, Mr. Chester Mims and Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello. Hi.
Oh God,
Can't believe I'm here.
No.
Joining me. Dr. Magnus.
Oh no, he did actually.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And what does this thing actually
I've lost
do?
audio.
You have one underlying unifying goal to scientifically and quantifiably improve happiness levels for
Fantastic.
everywhere. The Euphoria device is the culmination of years of
So,
research
like,
from
one
many
side is
experts around the
perfectly
globe.
clear, the other side is just staticky.
Then make it mono sound and make all the sound come out of the one that's normal.
Can't do that.
Idiots.
Actually work.
Well, that's simple. I just get my assistant Chester here to push the big red button.
well, it's actually a little bit more complicated than that. You see, I have to attune it. I push the big red button, yes.
Yeah, sure. Once you push that thing, or you...
I said no voice mod until the end of the run. So why'd you do that?
Me, it doesn't matter, does it?
What does it actually do? It makes you feel happier, Mr.
That's what I was talking about.
Following the science.
But how does it make us feel happier?
Obviously, some of that
Second time after Jim said that, that you used voice mods.
Oh, of course, please say no more.
Okay.
No, don't literally say no more. We're doing a TV show, for God's sake.
I could explain some of the basics.
Oh, bear in mind, we've not got too long to go now, so let's keep it simple for old Patrick here.
No, hold on. No. I'm good at science, actually. I did science all the way through school. Yeah, and I dated a science teacher once, so probably picked a thing or two up by Ozymandias.
Osmosis?
Yes, look, I'm just saying that I'm perfectly qualified to discuss science. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Magnus, perhaps you could explain it in layman's terms for a thicko like me.
Anyway, now that we're here,
is vibrating. Everything is
Lewis, why are you playing BeamNG Drive?
No.
No, I fucking have Steam open! You can't fucking run away from me!
I can't run away from you.
I will not unpause the game until you stop.
What? I'm still gonna fucking...
Anyway.
Everything is
Sorry,
vibrating.
I'm
Just
not
driving,
vibrating.
Well, interestingly, actually you are.
Everything is.
I'm not.
You are.
Everything
Well,
is.
look at that. Steady as a bloody rock, that is.
Yes, it appears steady, but actually...
Do you know what they call being boy cadets?
Steady, but actually,
Do you know what they
no.
call being
Have a
boy
guess.
cadets?
Can you not?
Cadet Bannon?
Yes, they called me Cadet Bannon because the sergeant majors they had to, but also something else. Go on, a nickname, come on! But also something else. Go on, a nickname. You little clown boy, have a guess. You little clown boy,
Is
have
this
a
a
guess.
game? I like games. My favourite games are hide the pickle, cock or ball.
No cock or ball, have a guess. No cock or ball, have a
Steady
guess.
hand Bannon.
It was steady hand, that's right, steady hand Bannon. Well done. Good guess. Steady hand Bannon. Point is not vibrating in any way. Point is not vibrating in any way. Would have been a deadly sniper.
I'm sure you would.
Too much sitting around though. The Bannons don't have time for that. No siree.
Thank you very much, Patrick. You were saying...
Obviously interspersed with the odd.
Patrick, please.
Crikey.
But most are just sort of sitting around. Boring job.
Dr. Magnus.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Yes.
Dr. Magnus.
Well, yes. A particle is also a wave, and in music
Brimley
there's
Sands.
a wave, and in music...
Brimley
What's
Sands.
that now?
I was saying Brimley Sands. Went there on the summer. Beautiful place. Loads of them there.
I'm sorry, what are you talking
Oh my
about?
God, we're talking about waves, aren't we? So I went to Brimley Sands. Obviously, didn't go right up to the coastline. I've got to protect the money maker as well.
Yes, but those aren't the waves we're talking about, Mr. Bannon.
These are smaller ones, like radio waves.
Pretty sure you don't get waves on the radio, Robin.
They come out of the radio.
Okay, well, if that was true, then why isn't my sideboard all wet from the waves? You explain that with your science.
Is there any point?
I could give it a go.
It's a rhetorical question, Chester.
Just like to be or not to be, that's also a rhetorical question.
It absolutely isn't. It absolutely isn't.
Shall I go on?
No time.
Shall I go on?
Crikey! Well, I'm sorry, but we've actually wasted the chance to chat about all that.
Well, I think we all learned a lot from that. I know I did.
Okay,
Patrick, please shush.
2 minutes to go now, Patrick. So, while Chester goes over there to configure the Euphoria device, thank you, Chester, we are going to go live to the new Advanced HQ for a special message from the Prime Ministers, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury. Let's go to that now.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Advance, Julie and I just wanted to wish all of you the very best of luck with tonight's groundbreaking experiment.
When this project landed on my desk, I just knew it deserved to be funded. After all, what could possibly be better than increased happiness?
Now, I'll admit, I was a little sceptical, but the lab results...
I've noticed something, and I would imagine you have too. Every time Magnus appears, he lists 6 tragic facts from his life. Why?
Yeah, why does he do that?
So as my old man used to say, it's time to stop twatting about and get the gimlet frothing.
Wow. Good luck, everybody. Back to the studio.
No. That's just what they want you to do. No, journalism is about taking massive risks or even bigger awards. Being seen to do something, even if you're doing nothing at all.
Now, this is my big opportunity. I'm going to grasp it with both hands.
I thought his job was
Good one.
just day after day with this one.
You'll outlast him.
This isn't going to end well, is it?
You'll outlast him. Oh, maybe you'll get lucky and he'll fire you. God, yeah. You'll get lucky and he'll fire you. Just bide your time. We're live! Oh! Fantastic! Our Prime Ministers, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry,
and
what's going on? Why is Chester over there? Well, we thought it might be better if a handsome young journalist in a suit did the push, rather than a sort of stuffy old thing in a lab coat.
Look, Mr. Bannon, I really don't think
This is highly irregular.
Patrick, I really think it would be better.
We've got a new catchphrase to try out as well when we get there. OK, let's start with 10, shall we? 10, 9, 8, come on, Boffin, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get your Bannon on!
Get your Bannon on! With Patrick Bannon!
I will not be getting my Bannon on. Choose another one.
Okay. We're going to see what happens when Jenny hosts.
This one's going to be an absolute train wreck. There's a reason I keep them both behind camera. We'll be lucky if they make it to the opening titles.
Okay.
What in the hell is my wheel doing?
If you didn't hear by the Discord disconnect sound, I have disconnected from that call because I do not need to be in there. Quite obviously.
These two have absolutely no training. This is going to be a disaster. I've told them it's a job swap. They're all so freaked out. It's been a lovely day.
This is so fun. I don't want to be on TV. Job swap!
Don't use your real surname. God, no, I don't.
Your real last name's not Megan Wolf.
Like a used car salesman.
Strong's considered enterprise for a crime.
And now on Channel 1,
10
it's time
seconds.
for a special event.
Where are the
We're throwing the
guests?
regular schedule away for a night of smiles with
5,
Jenny
4,
Hartley
oh God, shit,
and
2,
Colin
go.
Sprong, whoever they are.
Good evening. I'm Jenny. Good evening. I'm Skywalker.
And I'm Colin Sprong.
Skywalker.
And I'm Colin Sprong. The spoon, that's how they're able to get the writing down the door.
Colin, shut up. Just carry on. You're not supposed to be heard. What are the auto cues then? Right. What are the auto cues then?
Snuggled into the warmly heaving bosom of Tinsbury, nestling in the soft embrace of its nestling soul.
Who wrote this?
I did not write this.
I wrote it. Just read it.
It's like a bad erotic romance novel.
A team of strong but inwardly vulnerable scientists have knotted their collective brows in pulsing concentration as they strive heroically towards
What the fuck's happening? Ah!
All happier. Great work.
Probably not. Probably not. That's what I think. It says, let's find out. Tonight on Let's Find Out.
The Night with Smiles.
Titles, 45 seconds.
So fuck laughs. The Nada Smiles. The Jennifer Hartley. And Colin Strong. And everyone else as well, I forgot.
Winston, the machine to your left. How many combination locks did it have again?
6. There's 6 of them. 6. Goes with it. 6. But yeah, thanks, Steve.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the machine.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I will remove mod permissions if you keep spamming that for no good reason. I know it's a joke, but please. Please.
Upwards behind. Thrusting firmly upwards. It's over there. Will be expertly turned on in the first ever mass experiment of its type. But first, let's meet the man behind the merriment.
The boy with the joy. The blow with the jokes.
Actually, I don't tell jokes. I'm really awful at them.
Dr. Charles Magnus, thank you for being here. Dr. Charles Magnus, thank you for being here. Pretty much everything, sorry, especially Colin. Pretty much everything. Dr. Magnus, why devote your life to something as ephemeral as happiness?
Well, I suppose I'd seen happy people from time to time, and I thought it looked nice.
But shouldn't happiness come as a result of our personal experiences? Shouldn't it be earned?
Not necessarily. One of my uncles once won a year's happiness on a year's happiness.
Yes, but our surreal friend here does make a good point. I mean, why should we have to earn happiness when we could have it for free?
Because, well, then it doesn't mean anything, does it? It's not real happiness. It's just a drug administered through the air. What about if someone at home tonight watching this has just experienced a bereavement? What if they don't want to feel happier? What if your device interferes with the natural process of grieving? Have you considered that?
Well, my device will... there's no malice intended. Chester, come here a minute.
Let's welcome Chester to the show. Let's welcome Chester to the
Chester
show.
Mims 24. I enjoy science, orienteering, and the cheeses of the West Country.
Chester, have we made the calculations for the recently bereaved?
Yes, I'm sure we have. 1 second.
Dr. Magnus,
In other words, didn't think of that.
Yes, we have. I think we have. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Look, he's starting to crack.
Effect on the unborn child, effect on boxers and other aggression-based activities. Yes. Effect on bereaved and potential corrected for by 18%.
Yes.
Yes.
Under pressure! Press it down on me! Press it down on you! No one is
Now, I believe we have a special message from the Prime Ministers to wish you luck.
You know, you weren't the only channel that wanted to run this experiment live.
Oh, no, we're really glad you're here.
Well, you seem very cynical. Yes, we were promised Jeremy Donaldson. You know, I've a good mind to call the whole thing off.
No, working TV again. Let's just listen to the Prime Ministers.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Advance, Julie and I just wanted to wish all of you the very best of luck with tonight's groundbreaking experiment.
When this project landed on my desk, I just knew it deserved to be
What
funded.
do I have for ads?
After all, what could possibly
Paragliding
be
parade.
She's talked him back into it.
No!
And I'm reliably informed.
Interesting idea.
So it's a big well done.
There's a link between Magnus's tragic list of events and the combination lock.
Old man used to say, it's time to stop twatting about and get the gimlet frothing.
Wow. Good luck, everybody.
To be fair, you were filming
Back to the studio. Back to the studio.
Welcome back. Let's press this button and see if the universe breaks.
The odds of the universe actually breaking are infinitesimally small.
Oh, I'm afraid those chances are better.
It's a bit dark. What do we want to do every time?
My staff are just too bloody good at multitasking.
You should get Colin the host. Right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna defend the machine, or we're gonna tell everyone? I think we're gonna defend. I don't know if that's gonna make sense though, to be fair. It's like Colin's like the best. Yeah. True. Alright, can we get on with that, please? Thank you. Wait, ice cream.
I found a lovely chap. Didn't have a lot of experience, but he seems enthusiastic, and that's the most important thing.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind
The blind dates I've had when no one's turned up, followed by the knowing number of lumps under my left arm, and excuse me. True that.
Stay away from the device, sir.
Andy!
Jenny, why is there an old man in this here?
Who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Andy. Drop in security.
Unfortunately.
I was thinking of changing.
Jenny, who is this?
I've had all these cards printed.
Both have tried him. What, to protect the device?
He seems really invested in it, insisted on breathing in personally.
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah.
You don't sound very sure about that.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's fine, right? I took a course.
3 months?
2 days.
10 seconds, everybody.
You okay?
I hate guns.
Oh, I think they're quite fun.
5, 4.
There we go!
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawes.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your National Nightly News team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chittlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country.
Okay.
Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We'll be in and out of the schedule.
God, sorry again.
In and out of the schedule.
No. Oh, sorry, I think it's my allergies. I think it's my allergies. I'm really playing up today.
We're on off all night. You'll go.
We'll have guests from the world of science, politics and entertainment, and of course, those all-important results.
So don't change that channel. Stick with Channel 1
No, it's getting worse. I think it might be your perfume. I think it's her perfume.
Right, I noticed you managed to hold it together through Megan's line.
What? Oh, sorry, mate. I think my ears are swelling.
Well, good luck with that. It's the Night of Smiles.
Night Smiles.
Roll the time.
45 seconds back.
I don't think I've ever seen Jeremy so annoyed. The heat wave! No, what will we do with that?
Welcome to the Night of Smiles. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass test of its type. So let's meet the man behind the merriment, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Dr. Magnus, thank you for joining us. I understand you're the leader of the Happiness Collective, is that right?
Dr. Magnus?
Excuse me, young man.
I mean, if you can, you should get this game. Yeah! Get the game, guys. Get the game. I implore you. There's a reason I'm not playing the main game here. Partly because I'm planning a series. I'm continuing over from a former channel on here. I'm playing a series for that. But also, the game's really bloody brilliant, and I recommend you VolvoBroadcast.com. Follow the link! Follow the link! If you don't see it, pick all messages in the live chat. Follow the link.
Me? Yes. Did you say it was your job to stop the big red button being pressed?
Yeah, pretty much sums it up, yeah.
You do realise I built that machine?
Oh, I don't know anything about the science of it. No, don't come too close, though.
I have spent my entire adult life trying to make everyone in the world, including myself, happier. That's a noble aim, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's lovely, that.
Look, wrong link.
Well done.
Thanks.
It's the wrong link.
The thing is to...
It's... not podcastgame.com. Almost like muffintimegame.com. That's right. Lewis is not in the VC to make fucking Muffin Times joke. Then damn well I will.
Bring my work, my life's work, to completion. I need to press that button. Do you understand me?
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't have you doing that, see? So...
This is ridiculous.
Just realising that now, are we?
I'm sorry, Andy. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going out live right now, and the whole point of this segment is that it culminates in that big button being pushed. Now, I don't know what our boss has told you, but you must have misunderstood because he would never sabotage this show.
Just follow your orders, Andy.
When did
Right, stay back. Stay back. I'm drawing my gun, right? Stop.
Andy!
You bugger! My tongue!
I was holding down the censor button and then that just happened. Stop! And they're not at school. Alright, we have one more. We just need to tell everybody what the fuck is happening. Hopefully, anyway. Let's see what happens. Loading. Tell everyone, J-Mo. About what? About what exactly? Bozeman's gonna do this, but what about me? What are you doing to me?
I've installed a tannoy in the studio. Leave this to me. I'm a master of explanation and negotiation.
Best Vocaloid character. Fuck you! Also, you spelled character wrong. At least you didn't spell what... I would have expected you to spell one of the names wrong, but you spelled character out of anything. Go back! You got back! From where? I mean... Not that great at spelling. Shut it. No, I will not shut it. Get back to the game. Oh, right, yeah, we're playing a video game. I forgot.
1,000 times, Chester. It's the
The
number
number of blind dates I've had when no one turned up, followed by the very number of lumps under my left arm. The day my childhood sweetheart learned my best friend. Yes, my cat was when I ran him over. The number of times I've had on my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. How do you not remember this, Chester?
It's so hard for you to remember.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Yes. Not you.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
This reminds me of the time I accidentally ate a load of acid.
Colin.
On a sandwich.
We've all been there, Colin.
Jeremy, this is Dr. Magnus. He is the scientist.
Attention, National Nightly News team. Please gather everybody by the sofas.
Sorry, I'm late. Unstable cat. Was that Bozeman?
This is Bozeman.
Is this a drill?
This is not a drill.
Right, okay, Chester, if you could please join us on the sofas.
And the crew, please. I'm on my way down.
Okay, and the crew, please.
Stable cat! Unstable cat! Need to pause for a second to just adjust my positioning of my body. Look at all these guys. Guys, my cat is unstable.
Right, I've gathered you all here because I'm
It's
afraid I have
Bozeman!
to tell you something that's going to be hard to comprehend. For all of you, this is a normal day. But for Alex, Winston and I, it is repeating over and over again. We are trapped in some sort of time loop. And it always begins when someone presses the button on that infernal machine over there.
The Euphoria device? Impossible. Temporal attunement ironed out all the problems with the time circuitry months ago.
I'm sorry, are you quite all right, Robert?
Yes, I'm fine, Jeremy. Look, I know this is hard to accept, but if you'll just
Not
listen...
for me.
What's that, Colin?
Not my first time. Been caught in a couple of these.
You're experienced with time loops, Colin.
Oh yeah, Spong's always getting caught up in stuff like this. Time loop, multiverses. Standard Wednesday. I'm pretty much immune to this stuff now.
I'm sorry, are we choosing to believe this?
Of course not. There's no such thing as a time loop. It's impossible.
It throws up too many paradoxes.
Exactly. Too many paradoxes. It's an impossibility.
Well, it may be an impossibility, but Winston and I are trapped in one right now.
And on Wednesday. It's Saturday.
It can't be our machine. We haven't even started it up yet.
Yes, and that's exactly how it's going to stay.
What, you're cancelling the show?
We're already live, I believe.
Yes, a few minutes now.
I'm sorry, the viewing public are currently watching you have a massive nervous breakdown. That can't be good.
Can we get security up here, please?
Yes, and a doctor.
Is everything okay at home, Mr. Bozeman?
Yes, everything is okay at home. I'm telling you, that machine is going to break reality itself.
That's also impossible.
The Department of Metaversal Stability fixed that issue months ago.
This machine is totally safe. I will prove it to you.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, Mr. Bozeman, stop!
Is everything all right here, Mr. Bozeman?
Help me restrain this man.
I think he's having an episode.
Standard time loop stuff, this never works.
Why don't you believe me?
Could you let the guest go?
Thanks, Colin.
No, you don't understand.
Why don't you let him go, Robert, and we can go have a little chat about it?
We don't need a little chat. Oh, for God's sake.
I don't know what sort of operation you clowns think you're running here, but if you think you can stand in the way of science, you've got another thing coming.
Well, I tried. Okay, carry on then. I'm going back to my office.
If you could just come with us for a moment, sir.
Of course.
Okay, everyone, back to your places, please. Save this.
Well, firstly, an apology to our viewers at home who had to witness, well, what just happened. Our boss has been having a breakdown on national television. Personally, I can't think of anything more mortifying, but I can assure you he will receive the best possible care.
After him! He's heading for the stairs!
Meanwhile, everyone here feels a bit upset, so now would be a perfect time to test a device which makes the unlikely claim of being able to cheer everybody up. Dr. Magnus?
Yes.
Actually, the machine uses resonance to raise the...
No one cares, Chester.
Bozeman, are you there?
Useless fucking idiots. Right. We can't break the machine, and we can't break the show. That just leaves the scientists. I know what to do. Restart the loop.
Also, yeah, best award for security. Best actor for security award goes to the guy who just screamed, "What? He's heading for the stairs!" Alright, what's the plan? What is the plan here, man? What was the plan? We must know what the plan is. We must know what the plan is, Bozeman. Simple. Find science. Oh!
Solution. No scientists, no experiment. Sit back and relax, Winston. This one's all me. It's going to be a very short show.
Chipmunk Tony! Chipmunk Tony, where?
And you've checked everywhere. The break room, Dr. Magnus's dressing room.
Break room, they're always out of the dressing room by now.
Colin, can you please just go and check if they're in the dressing room, and I'll get security to do another look around. Don't press that button.
I do believe we were sent there on purpose, Chester.
Oh,
On purpose. Dr. Magnus, who? Who would have sent us there? Intentionally?
I'm not sure. Perhaps it was a competition.
The Blissful Union?
Yes, those nerds have been jealous of our Euphoria device ever since we secured the funding from Advance.
They're trying to stop us?
Yes. We must proceed immediately.
Dr. Magnus, if we hadn't got out of there, I'm not sure.
If you hadn't got us out just...
It's... Okay. It's the Happiness Collective's version of Disrupt. Entities.
I mean, that thing. If you hadn't broken the door down and got us out with that unexpectedly impressive show of strength, well, you did well today, Mr. Mims. You did well.
Dr. Magnus, that's the kindest thing you've ever said to me.
I know I've been a bit harsh on you in the past, Chester, but I promise that this changes from now until the end of time.
Thank you, sir. That means so much.
There you are, Dr. Magnus. We were worried something had happened to you. Glad you both look fine. Actually, you look like you've seen a ghost. Are you all right?
We have undergone a deeply distressing and scientifically implausible trauma at the hands of our enemies. We are absolutely and definitively not all right. Fortunately, a remedy is at hand.
Dr. Magnus, we're not even...
Whoa!
I don't know why you suggested the old haunted Bannon soundstage. Terrible idea. But I have a better place. Don't worry, Alex. I'll clean up your mess.
I mean... I literally saw 2 people fucking die at the hands of the Bannon soundstage. Those guys would be dead easily. We could have gotten Wayne the Spirit Whistle to fucking kill him in his stead. Because now the place is haunted with 2 ghosts now. Those 2 guys. I met a Spirit Whistle from Mind Spooky. Those guys. Jesus Christ. Hey guys, it's Bannon Brand Petroleum. Anyway, time to again. Knocking off the gas somewhere else.
The way those scientists are showing up on this show, I think we're good.
Okay.
And you're sure you haven't seen them?
It's so infuriating you don't remember our conversations, you know.
And you've checked everywhere, the break room, Dr. Magnus's dressing room.
Yes, and I sealed off the old Bannon soundstage.
Wait, why would you do that? Colin, can you please just go and check if they're in the dressing room and I'll get security to do another look around.
It's not the Bannon soundstage. It's the infamous Bannon soundstage.
You won't find them this time.
Why can't he press the button? Isn't that the whole point, isn't it? Wait, where is everybody?
Where
is speaking to Professor What's-His-Face and his collection of smiling idiots? Jenny?
Yes, Dr. Charles Magnus and his assistant.
Sorry, I'm late filing my teeth. Where are the guests?
They seem to have mysteriously disappeared. I'll have them back here by the time you come back from the titles, don't worry.
It's considered poor form to lose the guests, Jenny.
Well, next time, I'll read the news and you can chase the wandering scientists. How about that? 10 seconds!
Probably do a good job.
Oh, you can make Colin my co-anchor. Going in 5.
You do realise how much of a mistake that was last time.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is The Night of Smiles.
Da, 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 da. They're gonna find a way somehow, I just know it. Even though the title card says we're still needing me here for a little good, like, 12 minutes. No audio. Just the sounds of the rain. Rain sounds here somehow. Chester Mims, 24.
In just a few
Yes, it's Chester Mims and he's 24. Anything else?
minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass experiment of its type. So let's talk about the man behind the merriment. Dr. Charles Magnus, who will be speaking to you later this evening. Truly a visionary. Right, Jeremy?
Yes, if by visionary you mean...
Sabotage!
Dr.
Magnus,
it was the way to get into the studio.
It didn't seem believable, but he was so convincing.
Yes, I bloody was.
He told us that all television studios were entered by shoot.
We don't work in television. How are we supposed to know?
So we got in and...
The darkness, the sliding, the big splash, and the wet.
And the clownfish.
Lucky the viscosity was low, or heaven knows what would have happened.
Somebody is clearly out to sabotage us.
Yes, Dr. Magnus, probably the blissful union.
I concur. Those nasty little geese. We must start the experiment immediately.
Wait.
Jeremy tries.
Right, I've had enough. There's only one real solution that will fix this once and for all. Once more into the breach, dear Winston.
And my favourite colours are blue, purple, and 183513 ATX. What colour even is that? I must check. Thankfully, there's some such thing as Google. Oh. That's a weird colour. Doesn't look purple at all to me. Looks more greyish. Pantone. Okay. Buttons. Alright. Welcome back. What do we got this time? Fandle, the guest.
Definitely won't be coming on now.
If you ever had merch from a YouTuber, they'd have used Pantone to describe to the manufacturers what colours to use. Oh, interesting. Actually, kind of interesting to be honest. Alright, moving on.
And you've checked everywhere. The break room, Dr. Magnus's dressing room.
I actually had to kill them, Winston.
Why would you check that?
I didn't mean to. I thought knocking them unconscious would work, but then they fought back.
We're going to be there. We've been through this.
Colin, please.
His dressing room is in a right
I will get security to do another look around. Oh, and don't press that button.
Why can't he press the button? That's the whole point.
But on the bright side, they won't press the button now, so we're out of the loop, which is...
or something from the grinning morons.
We're out of the loop.
Jenny?
And I
Dr. Magnus and his assistant.
So sorry I'm late. Blood everywhere. Where are the
So
guests?
Both of them have mysteriously
disappeared. No. I can't go to jail. I wouldn't do well in the joint, Alex. Nope. That won't do it all.
Next time, I read the news and you chase after the wandering scientist. How about that? 10 seconds.
Scientists, you really think there should be some sort of quality check?
Going in 5, 4. Mr. Bozeman?
Sorry, Jenny, but I just can't live with this timeline. We're going again.
Why? What for? I guess that Bozeman. You're alright, mate. Okay. Well. Moving on. I got a trophy, so I believe this is the end of Act 1, and now we need to do random things. I think. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Fun fact, earlier today, I actually went and submitted a bug report about this game. There's a bug. I'm not getting trophies that I should be getting. Yeah.
turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm.
Push it to freeze time.
Sweetheart married my
No,
best friend,
I'm not gonna-
the age
no.
my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations
I'm
I've
not
had
gonna-
with
I'm
my
not gonna-
father, and the exact time
Where's
my
Dave?
mother walked out.
Where are they now? Which you
I
get
don't
it?
see why it's so hard for you to
Look back,
remember.
look back.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus.
I'm not gonna
with you shortly.
freeze time. Are you really not gonna say anything?
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
I don't like it. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What does science?
I don't like it.
You need to freeze time, Winston. I can't do it for you.
You can! You press the button up at your place!
Is he though? Jeremy Dawson.
Turn left! So he's telling me to turn left.
Modest. He's also a curmudgeon.
Your word of the day calendar.
Oh, sorry, I'm late. Phone call. Professor Magnus.
Doctor, apparently.
Either
Still
is fine.
thinking of
Unless you
murder.
need surgery.
I beg your pardon?
Lovely to have you.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 30th
I'm gonna
of
keep
March,
going until he just
1985,
gets into the
and
caves
this
and
is a
fucking
Channel
kills
1
me.
special event hosted by your National Nightly News team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chantlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live
bet
on
he
Channel
will.
1, we'll
He
be
probably
putting
won't, to be
that
fair.
to the test.
We'll be in and out the schedule throughout the evening with our team of reporters standing by up and down the
Can't wait to see how this plays out. But as the name Luke would suggest, Alex, nothing is going to change.
Fine! Okay, well. Cipher the combination.
Only Magnus can stop the experiment, which he doesn't want to do. Which means we'll just have to fix his machine for him.
No,
Something to do with the relay, that contraption on your left. Fortunately, I found some instructions for it lying around in Magnus's definitely unlocked briefcase. Let's get a good look at it now. Apparently, altering the machine's core workings is all about the wires, but we can't get at them because of the glass panel, which appears to have an unnecessarily complex combination lock. The instructions say, there is no way to unlock the relay without your customized combination, so we suggest writing it down or not forgetting it. Well, that's a great help. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's already set correctly? There should be a small button next to the combination to allow you
He
to
lost
check it.
time at
Give it
Germany.
a press now and let's see what happens.
Right. So there.
All those red lights should indicate that none of the combinations
Definitely unlocked. Bro, here's a skull emoji.
fulfilling if the code was already entered for us. It says here you should be able to change the number by moving the dials up or down. Then, as we did before, press the button to see if we've entered the code correctly. Just check you can change the numbers now.
L2. Whoa, okay.
Excellent. That all seems to be working. I suppose we'll just have to work out the code the old-fashioned way. Take a look at the notepad and I'll show you where I'm at with it all. As I was saying before that nasty business with the dead scientists, Magnus's rambling when he enters the studio correlates perfectly with the combination lock on the relay machine. So it seems to me, if we figure out all those bits of information, we can unlock the device and fix their infernal contraption. With that in mind, the combination is the total number of dates Magnus has been on where the other person didn't show up, the number of worrying lumps under his left arm, the very date his childhood sweetheart married his best friend, the age of Magnus's cat when he ran him over, how many conversations Magnus has had with his father, and the exact time his mother walked out. My God, his life sounds awful. Still, the next step is getting Magnus to spill the beans on all that information. We've already seen that disrupting the show hasn't helped us with anything, but I thought adding a second guest to sow a little more chaos might get the good doctor talking. Take a look to your right. I've put my Rolodex down there with you, with all the celebrities I can book for the show at short notice. Give it a spin now.
How do I spin it? Okay, oh god.
When you've chosen your guest, simply pull their card out of the Rolodex and I'll book them for the next loop.
Okay, so we have... Lou, I know what I need to do, but let me just go over the fucking list. You idiot. Don't jump the gun or I'll remove your moderator permissions. Effects always work. So we have Alan James, From Alan James's Rights, the Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. We have Crazy Neil, who will give you a steal of a deal. That's just a new fresh shush. We have Jeff Algebra. He fucking stinks. I'll remove the mod perms. Say that one more time, I'll actually remove your mod perms. Then we also have Helena Catry-Belchew, actor who currently works for advertising for Eau de Bourbois. No, not Eau de Bourbois, no. Item Holder. Okay. And then we have Chef Jordan Rankley, who I believe is more swear words than chef. Anyway, yeah, we're going crazy, Neil. If you saw last week's stream, you wouldn't know.
That man could sell anything. I still have my inflatable fireplace to this day. Right, now that we know who we're bringing on the show, let's turn back to the pad, and I'll tell you how we'll solve this thing.
Crazy Neil is Crazy Neils. It's NEIO.
You can press the handy bell I put under the pad. I've got your broadcast feed coming directly to my office, so I'll be able to see and hear what's on your main screen whenever you ring the bell. Try it now. Let's just check I can hear it. Perfect. You press it when you hear anything about the combination.
Okay, so there's the R1 button, okay.
If it's relevant, I'll write it out for us on the pad so we can keep track of it all. Once we have enough to figure out the code, we can fix this damn machine and get out of this mess. I can get us started because I happen to hear about the unfortunate passing of his father from a severe sawdust allergy, apparently, when he got home from the circus. So we'll put that down now. Right, so remember, we're looking for the information to solve the combination lock. Magnus will hopefully reveal different pieces of the information based on who you've chosen to bring on the show via the Rolodex. You'll ring the bell anytime you hear anything relevant, and I'll note it down. And you can start and stop the loops at any time by pressing the big red button on the relay machine. Let's get started.
And I can at least look at this, and everything in time will be paused. So I can look at that, and we can see that his Magnus's father died on the day of the circus. So sad. Anyway, I believe now with the okay. Here we go. Shell Blue. Alright. The Entrepreneur. Everyone's favourite.
Supposedly has a business empire to run. He was surprisingly available at short notice. He's very spontaneous, Alex, so hopefully he takes us in a helpful direction.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm.
Here, yes indeed. It's Crazy Neil here with the science.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ah, Mr. Neil, so glad you could join us. If you could please sit with Dr. Magnus on the sofa, the host will be with you shortly.
I'll just leave this device here next to this other one, shall I?
Sure, whatever works for you. Sorry, Mr. Mims, but it's going to be a bit of a squash to get you on the sofa.
Oh,
now.
that's fine. We don't need him until the experiment starts. But this device...
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
What's this one do?
God knows, it just showed up.
Fascinating.
What's fascinating?
My inability to express my true feelings, if my mother's to be believed.
What's fascinating is how we can offer such quality products at such low prices. Good to see you again, Mr. Donaldson.
Thank goodness we have two equally qualified guests, Mr. Neil.
Oh, man! I don't know who that was ringing shell towards.
Call me Crazy Neil.
Let's say no for now.
This is Dr. Charles Magnus.
Another equally skilled salesperson, if the reports on your funding levels are to be believed. Jeremy Dawson, professional cynic.
Charles Magnus, impervious to skepticism.
There's no need for skepticism, Jeremy, just the ability to spot a great deal.
Right, of course.
Sorry, I'm late. Flard exploded. Professor
Flard exploded. What is it, Doc? Blue, are you okay? Because I do not think you are. Right? What? Anyway.
Apparently.
Either is fine.
And Mr. Neil.
Crazy Neil! When you live the crazy like I do, it's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle! Yeah!
Of course it is. Amazing.
10 seconds, everybody.
This should be fun.
Try not to buy anything.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your national nightly news team and special guests.
That's right. We're joined tonight by a world-renowned scientist and a salesman.
That should say captain of industry.
It does. I amended it on the fly.
The first, fresh from his laboratory in Chintlebury, is Dr. Charles Magnus, head of the Happiness Collective, who claims his Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country.
Right. And our other guest is a man who wears the title of Crazy with Pride, and once tried to sell me a self-freezing toaster. I'm still not sure why I would want one, but anyway, it's Crazy Neil.
Yes, indeed. I'm bringing the appliance of science at an unbelievable price.
So don't go away. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you the Night of Smiles.
And a minute back.
Let's get back to the studio here, Alex. We don't
Hi,
think
guys.
there's anything important.
There'll be plenty of time to talk when we come back from the titles.
Yeah, speaking of...
My God, that sounds awful. Do you really have to listen to that every day, Alex?
Yeah.
Let's just turn off the audience monitoring for now. We don't want to have that going off every time.
Magnus, did Mr. Bozeman
Sorry.
not explain to you that when he invited Mr. Neil...
Crazy Neil.
Sorry, yes. When Mr. Crazy Neil was invited to come onto the show, he brought his own...
Look at that title sequence on screen 4.
You can't be serious. I mean, this is preposterous. I've spent years researching and planning for tonight.
Think so.
Countless hours given up, opportunities ignored, friends lost, lumps that probably should have been checked, and this
Not likely,
senseless
Alex.
charlatan is attempting to plagiarize my entire life's work.
You will have plenty of time to make your case, Dr. Magnus.
Back in 10,
It's just... I can't believe it.
5, 4, 3.
Doesn't look like there was anything we lost there.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, one of the impressive machines behind me will be activated in the first ever mass experiment of its type. But first, let's meet the men behind these multiple...
So now we don't even have to see what the audience is thinking. And also all the screens are red.
Dr. Charles Magnus and Crazy Neil.
Hello, hey, hola, buongiorno. Hi there, Crazy Neil with the best...
I can hold his hands about it, don't I?
And it's an unreal steal of a deal.
Hello.
Thank you both for joining us. Mr. Neil, let's start with you.
Crazy. When you live the crazy like I do, Mr. Donaldson, it's a lifestyle, not a brand.
Of course. Mr. Neil, you've come here today with, what did you call it again?
Crazy Neil's joyous jubilation contraption. You won't find better out there. No, sir.
I'm going to buy that machine from Neil.
What exactly does it do?
Well, you see, you press this button, and your greatest dreams, your ultimate happiness, your true bliss, they all come true.
Wow, that's quite the device there. And you say you made it last night?
Yes, ma'am. I saw the show being advertised, and I said I wasn't going to be outdone by no buffing in a lab coat. No offense, brainbox. So I got together with the current Mrs. Crazy Neil, ex-Mrs. Neil's 1 through 3, 5 and 6.
Wow, that's quite the team. And they all happily work together with you?
Well, other than number 4, we're all on speaking terms. Number 5 is the director of a national space program.
So, do tell us, how does it actually work?
Yes, I'd be very curious to know.
I can't give that away, I'm afraid. Otherwise, we'll have knockoff Crazy Neils springing up everywhere.
How very convenient.
Disagree.
Agreed. So let's turn to you, Dr. Magnus. What's the name of your device?
Okay, so it's my turn, is it? About time. I'll have another lump after this, no wonder.
Nonsense.
They're brought on by unnecessary stress.
Don't think so.
The Happiness Collective
Why?
is a team of highly qualified professional scientists and engineers from a multitude of institutions and disciplines, and we have curated the Euphoria device,
Not
a
likely,
real
Alex.
scientific breakthrough that will revolutionize contentment in this nation and eventually the wider world.
Well, an equally ambitious claim there. How long did it take your exceptional team to...
Welcome to the National Nightly Seizure with me, Jeremy Seizure, and Megan
In the world
Seizure.
of actual science, proper processes need to be followed to ensure safety. Standards need to be adhered to at each iteration.
Big crazy nails going crazy.
Last night. And this is why business is always giving science a wedgie. We give the people what they need when they need it. And that's a Crazy Neil guarantee.
How does your device work, Doctor?
Well, obviously some of that information is proprietary.
See? Convenient.
I'll try and explain the basics as simply as possible.
As simple as getting a crazy deal?
Trying to sell them crazy news, crazy
Everything
news.
is vibration. Everything is vibrating. A particle.
My bet was
also a
valid.
wave.
What was your bet? What was your bet? I don't know what your bet was.
But you can wait.
If Bozeman says why now. Oh.
Goodbye to expensive flights with Crazy Neil's bathroom, surfer, ocean wave machine. When the beach comes to you, may cause electrocution.
A wave is, if you like, a note, and we all vibrate at different notes depending on our mood. Happier people vibrate at a higher frequency than sad people, for example.
I know my wife is always happier when she's vibrating, if you know what I mean.
I mean...
Nonsense.
Okay, Lewis, what do you think Bozeman's going to say next?
Magnus, thank you. Megan?
Yes, well, there is only a minute or two to go now, so while we go and get set up with the devices, let's go and head on live to the new Advance HQ for a special message from the Prime Ministers, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury.
Okay, we've got about a minute. Lovely stuff. If we could get over to the devices now, please.
So who won?
Sorry?
Well, you're going to start up my device, or Brainbucks is here.
I think, Mr. Neil, while it's been very entertaining having you on the show, we're probably going to go with Dr. Magnus's device.
Some sanity at last. Chester.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
It looks like Nickel and Copper might have brought a little friend. We'll have another dermatologist appointment for next week, shall we?
Okey-dokey, I'll make a note of it.
Magnus numbers his lumps by the periodic table. Huh. I thought I was just going to put that as a joke, but actually that is one. Okay.
That's straight away. Let's invite Zim along to the party.
The combination of is set to the atomic number for copper. Okay. I think we need more than that.
Please don't make me lie.
Done that one before.
System. Just book the fucking appointment.
What's he charging you for this bucket of bolts?
10
Whatever
seconds.
it is, I'll half the cost.
You fundamentally misunderstood this. 5 seconds, push the right button. 3, 2.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there.
Who are, of course, responsible in so many ways for what we're witnessing tonight.
So who's going to get their button pressed?
Well, I'm personally obviously sure that they'd both prove equal value to society,
I tell
but
you
I
what,
think we're probably...
I'll give you your first press for free.
No!
Not likely, Alex.
Oh, well, that ain't right. Huh?
Please.
Oh God, no! A power outage.
Much better to leave these things to the professionals.
Huh.
I think we got everything we need from that sequence. Capital.
Nice. Okay. That's all we need from Crazy Neil. But it's Crazy Neil.
Madder than 13-8 with 5 sharps.
Screens went blank because the power failed. We're going to do these in order because there really is no... Because I wanted to do Crazy Neil first, and there really is no other reason to go with anything else than that. So, yeah, we'll go with Alan first. Alan? Yeah, Alan James. Alan James, guys. Alan James. Okay. He's right. Also, we should also figure this out. The remaining number of lumps, it's up to 99. So we'll have to figure that out later. The fool.
I can't deny he ups the ratings when he's on, but for a man whose brand is being right, he's got a very poor success rate.
Oh!
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact
Not easy
time
working for Big Science, is it?
Oh, hi, Alan.
No, it's me. I'm afraid I have trouble remembering impossibly convoluted things.
Like science, eh?
No.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Dr. Magnus, this is Alan James. If you could both take a seat, please. The host will be with you shortly.
Not you.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Big Science, mate.
Oh, God, not in this time.
Not who? Oh, God.
Look, I'm not happy about it either.
Apparently it's good for the reading. Co-H2O, what's that? So COH2O. CO is carbon, is half of carbon dioxide, I believe. CO2. So carbon, hydrogen, two hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. What the fuck would that make? What happens when you put carbon into water?
Nice to meet you.
No, you will say that at first. Mr. James.
Nice to be back.
For at least one of us.
Sorry, I'm late. Poisoned smoothie. Dr. Magnus.
Nice to meet you.
Both of you this time, eh? I hope you've come ready.
10 seconds.
You do know this isn't the news, don't you?
What does that taste like?
Has anyone told Mr. James?
5, 4.
We'll figure it out.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March,
1985.
This is a
Actually, yeah, that's a note. The date is today. Because today is today. Apparently, that's related to the cat's age. Carbon monoxide is half of CO2. So it's carbon monoxide. Oh, okay. So if we add carbon monoxide, we add carbon monoxide to water. What would the carbon monoxide... Has someone ever done that? I'm going to Google this real quick. What happens when you block someone on WhatsApp? Combine carbon monoxide and water. Oh, apparently it makes gas. Apparently if you add carbon monoxide to water, it makes gas. Weird. What type of gas? Carbon dioxide and hydrogen, basically. So it takes the oxygen. So basically, CO plus H2O, it makes it carbon dioxide, which isn't meant to be breathed, but oxygen would probably be enough. And besides, trees exist. And hydrogen's all around us sometimes. Like, hydrogen's probably dense enough to be above the oxygen in a way. So, and regardless, it can just go into the ground or something like that. It should be fine. So we can make an unhealthy gas. We can make an unhealthy gas turn to a healthy gas just by adding water. What on earth? Okay. Meanwhile, what is carbon monoxide? No, carbon dioxide, 2 hydrogen, and 2 oxygen. CO2, H2O2. Apparently H2O2 is an actual element. H2O2. Hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen peroxide combined with carbon dioxide. What happens when you combine carbon dioxide and hydrogen peroxide? Okay. The reaction of CO2 with H2O2 results on HCO4 that oxidizes biomolecules such as phiols, typically more readily than H2O2 alone. Apparently, that's what Google's telling me. According to the National Institute of Health in the National Library of Medicine, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, that's apparently a thing. What's CO4? CO4. Carbon tetroxide. So, like, it's carbon monoxide, dioxide, trioxide, tetroxide, I guess. Tetras. H4O. What's H4O? That's H40 gel. H4O. Hydrogen hydrate. Apparently. Hydrogen hydrate is the name of that. H4O, and CO4 is carbon tetroxide. Wait. Oh, right, we're playing off a broadcast.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chintlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named
H4, oh my fucking god. Okay, H4O2. Oxonium hydroxide. Apparently. So right, what are we at now? What have I discovered? Alright, I need to figure out what is H4O4. H4O4 doesn't even have a proper name. What would happen if we have CO2, H3O4? It doesn't look like there's that many great searches for your search. Okay, so CO2, carbon dioxide, H3. No, H3 element. Tritatomic hydrogen. Let me just put that in the chat so I can grab it later. And then O4. Fucking gave me academic grading in the Republic of Ireland for that. O4 elements. Tetraoxygen. So, what happens when you combine carbon dioxide? This is not going to give me a result at all. Triatomic hydrogen and tetraoxygen. Okay, I have to look at this. Okay, it's not giving me anything at all. I swear to God if it exists. Apparently it doesn't. I checked. It's not there. H4O4. Yeah. So apparently I couldn't find it. Here's the thing. I'm looking at it. The National Institute of Health.gov. It has a chemical library. If I search this, and I search for the molecular formula that you've given me, what happens then? We haven't discovered something that hasn't been made. Probably because it can't be made, to be completely honest with you. Someone's probably tried and died. Alright, let's try. CO2, H3O4. So let's do this. Actually, I'm just thinking. CH3O6, wouldn't it? Because the O's would combine. I'm going to try anyway. Okay, so I need to capitalize these. Okay, so I'm going to remove the O2 there. So CH3O6. No fucking way that actually exists. Kind of. It kind of exists. -5, apparently, to the power of -5? What's O2H? Great question! O2H! That's P2H. O2H! That's an Indian pharmaceutical company. It has many different names. Dioxidinide, oxalate oxygen, HOO anion, hydroperoxyl, hydrogen dioxide 1-, hydrogen oxide peroxide 1-, etc. Hydroperoxyl. Yes. Exactly. Okay, I really need to stop. We need to get back on track. This is not bits of your life. I knew it. I knew it. Lewis, I knew it. You're Dave. It's been you all along. You've always been Dave. It's always been Dave. All along.
Happiness
Anyway.
Collective have been working on a secret project.
Absolutely nothing suspicious about that.
They claim their Euphoria device
Anyway,
will raise
as we
overall
were
happiness
doing
levels
before all
throughout
of
the
that.
country. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
Without your consent.
We'll be in and out the schedule throughout the evening, with our very loud special guest to report live on whether the devices want to smile to your faces.
Or locked it into a rictus grin.
It's popular commentator, conspiracist, and entertainer, Alan James.
So don't move that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you The Night of Smiles.
45 seconds back.
My father was a scientist.
Is that so?
Engineer.
Oh. So not
Disagree.
Well, he ran a garage. Did mainly tyres and exhausts.
more of a mechanic then.
Well, when I say he ran it, he owned it, really. Called Keith, who ran it for him. Sad story, actually. Car fell from that lift thing and killed him.
Nonsense.
Dad was devastated. Had to read all the signage. What was your dad like?
Hard to say. I've got more conversations with him.
Oh, me too.
10 seconds.
You have PhD?
No.
Don't think so.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
We probably don't need to watch.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated
Hidden gold.
in the first ever mass.
Okay, so Magnus has more PhDs than conversations with his father. I'm going to brute force it to
of
happen.
its type. So let's meet the man behind the merriment, Dr. Charles Magnus.
And inexplicably sat next to him is controversial speaker and columnist, and I believe now a best-selling author, Alan James.
Sales have been great, Jeremy. I'm as surprised as you are.
Probably a mix-up with the counting.
And yes, a sequel is on the way. In fact, I have the first proof copy right here.
Okay, what's happening now?
Okay, there seems to have been some sort of mix-up with the measurements. Yeah, that's hard to read, that.
Well, let's turn to the man of the moment, shall we? Dr. Charles Magnus.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm lucky enough to work with an amazing team.
In a secret lab somewhere deep underground?
No, in Chintlebury, near the supermarket.
Where does your funding come from, so-called Dr. Magnus?
A valid question.
Well, prior to last year, we relied mainly on charitable donations, but since Advance came to power, we...
Or as I call them in my new book, Alan James is right here. The corrupteers! Like, corrupt puppeteers. See?
Well, pretty much disregarding all of that, the Assets and Wealth Science program gave us the means to get to tonight in a fraction of the time it would have taken otherwise.
And what did you have to do in return for all that lovely funding?
I beg your pardon?
I have been doing my own research, so-called Dr. Magnus, and this experiment is dangerous.
All science involves risk.
You're messing with the structure of reality. I've been doing my own research and...
We are at the forefront of a new technology. This is how breakthroughs happen. This is how science works.
Well, what if what you call science is all a big lie? What if there's something more? Something bigger than science?
You can't get bigger or smaller than science, Mr. James. Science isn't a thing. It has no mass. It is simply a set of tools to understand everything.
What is the real purpose of your happiness device?
To make people happier.
And what if we don't want to be happier? What if we want to spread our misery to others?
Well, how is that different than what I'm doing?
Mass test.
Don't help him.
You're running mass tests on an experiment that could literally alter us all.
Science is a word. The mass of the word is determined by the sound. Lewis, please.
We didn't sign up for this. It shouldn't be allowed to happen. It's way too reckless.
Well, look, there's less than a minute now to go. So while we go and get set up with Chester and yourself, Doctor, over at the Euphoria device, we can go live now to the new Advance HQ for a special message from the Prime Ministers, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury.
The corrupt masters.
Yeah, we're off air, Alan. It's just noise.
Oh,
Okay, so that's about a minute back. If we could get you all over to the device now, please.
I hope you didn't mind me calling you so-called Dr. Magnus back there.
Well, I did rather. I do have 3 PhDs.
Oh! So he has either 1, so he's either had 0, 1, or no conversation with his dad.
That sounds like a lot. Is it a lot? What actually are they, anyway?
They mean I do my own research.
Disagree. Like me, you mean?
Hello again. Chester Mims, 24. My favourite foods are mashed potato, glacé cherries, and cat treats.
Alan James. I think for me it's probably trifle,
10 seconds.
aubergines, and bone marrow.
We're friends now.
Right, you are.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the Assets and Wealth funding...
We wouldn't be about to break the space-time continuum.
Honestly, how would we know? It's been broken for me for years.
I think we can get a counter on the screen. There, and we're going in 10, 9, 8, 7, come on, Jeremy.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nailed that one, Alex. We're done here.
Okay, goodbye, Alan James. Okay, it's not 1, so it's 2. I'll sort of that next segment. So we've done Alan, we've done Crazy Neil. Next up is Jeff Algebra.
I hate him. I hate him. Just to be clear, Winston, I hate him.
Huh. Moving on. Can you say the line? No. Steve, you've already said it more times enough. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's just the way things are. I'm going to edit the game because the game didn't automatically fill in from PlayStation's things. Let me quickly just... What's that?
Algebra. I swore I'd never let him back on television. Curse this improbable scenario for making a liar of Bob Bozeman.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester.
It's the number of blind dates I've had when no one turns up. It's the number of thumbs on my left arm. They're my childhood sweetheart married my best friend. Sam.
Hello, Jeff Algebra. You must be Charles. Bob Bozeman's told me all about you.
If you could just sit here, please, gentlemen. The host will be with you shortly.
Not you, Chester.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Do you mind if I call you Charles?
Actually, I prefer Excuse me, what are you doing?
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Oh, Christ, he's here, is he? They must be desperate.
Who must?
He must be desperate.
You have no idea.
Who's desperate? My ovaries, if you believe my mother. Jeremy, this is Dr. Charles Magnus, and I believe you remember Jeff Algebra.
The drama teacher?
Sorry, I'm late. Nubbin removal.
With the annoying teenagers?
Actually, I'm a maths teacher.
Wonderful. In that case, you're overqualified for this dumb show.
Maths teacher, and of course, soon to be biographer. Eh, Charlie?
5, 4, 3.
Don't think so.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted...
Yeah, because he knows maths.
...by your national nightly news team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chittlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named Happiness Collective
is that Chintle with an I or a Y?
Have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We're delighted, it says here, to welcome the project lead, Dr. Charles Magnus, for some inexplicable reason, a maths teacher.
And biographer.
What are you talking about?
We'll have reporters the length and breadth of the country, and of course those all-important results.
So don't move that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Smiles.
45 seconds back.
Sorry, Jeff, you know you're not meant to be saying that line.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Megan. Yeah. I got carried away. It's only my second time on TV, you know.
You can barely tell.
Both times with you, actually. You're like my lucky charm. Angela will get jealous.
She needn't.
And, of course, I'll be back when the show's done. Bob's promised me that this afternoon.
Bob? Sorry, you mean Robert Bozeman?
Yes. Yes, he's hired me to write a 4-part TV dramatisation of the life of this chap right here.
Me? Well, I haven't consented to this.
Apparently you have.
Unlikely, Alex. I do love a bit of fine
print. Going in 5, 4, 3.
We probably don't need to watch these, Alex.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass experiment of its type. But before we begin the bliss, let's meet our guests, Dr. Charles Magnus and his official biographer, Jeff Algebra.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be back, Megan.
A big day for you. You must be feeling...
No, his name has been known. His name of Robert has been known for a while. In the base game as well. So...
Overwhelmed, I imagine.
Christ, yes. Do you know, I had to jump in a taxi straight after the Year 10 Drama Club just to get here today. So, all in all, I'd say it is pretty bloody thrilling.
I think she was talking to the doctor.
Oh, yes. Of course. Sorry.
Dr. Magnus, an exciting day.
Well, yes, it is, after all, the apex of my life's endeavour.
Oh, cracking stuff. Apex of my endeavour. Cracking.
Quite a daunting task you've undertaken.
Yeah, do you know what? I thought so too. But I was pacing around in that little holding area you have for guests through there.
The green room.
No, it's sort of pinky purple.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was pacing around in there, asking myself, what have I got in common with a great big brain box like Chaz here?
Please don't touch me.
How does a numbskull like me connect with a chuffing genius like the Charlester?
I really don't like either of those names.
But then we were talking before the show.
Were we?
And he told me a story from his life, and I realised that this genius and
what story is this?
We're the same.
I don't like talking about myself.
You see, when I was 16, there was only one girl that I wanted to invite to the school dance. Angela Angular, the joiner's girl. Now, everyone in the village
Angela Angular.
because she had the sweetest heart and back then a working spine, see? My best friend in them
so she has scoliosis, great to know.
Whose dad was an army trumpeter.
Gareth and Angela had been dating for a few months, and things were going very well for them. But I was lonely, see?
I'm not sure what this has to do with my life.
Ah, well, Gareth confided in me that he'd been having some trouble in the bedroom department. Performance anxiety, probably. We were all young, after all.
God, I have just been sick in my mouth,
Well, I was an ambitious fellow, like the Chuckmeister here. So what I did was... I convinced Angela that the reason for Gareth's disappointing nocturnal activity... This is still brilliant. I convinced her that he was gay, see?
Wow.
I know, right? Pretty damn clever. Anyway, she bought it, and not only did she go to the dance with me, but she's been my wife this last 14 years, the first 6 of which were really excellent.
Wow. You do know you're on television, don't you, Jeff?
Yes. Sorry, I am trying to keep it brief. My point is that exactly the same thing happened to Dr. Magnus here. We're like reflections of each other. So, to answer your original question... Yeah?
Which was clearly meant for the Doctor.
Yes, it is daunting to try and capture the complexities of this brilliant man in 4 short hours of TV drama, less when you allow for the adverts. But you see, I've
He is
got
about
to
to lose
start
it,
from
Jeff. I'm
a
so
place of
scared.
truth, because we're so similar, Chip and I.
This is outrageous.
Outrageous fortune.
Don't even know this man. We are in no way alike. I thought we were here to talk about the machine.
No one cares about the science. It's all about the human story.
Well, perhaps you could just try and talk about what we're choosing to call the science for just a moment.
Sorry, Jeremy. Well, there is no time, I'm afraid. We're going to have to go live now to Advance's brand new headquarters for a special message of goodwill from the Prime Ministers. Let's go to that now.
Okay, that's a minute back. Can we get everyone to the machine?
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, maybe we should push the button together, Charlie?
Actually, that's...
No one cares about you. It's all about Chuck and me. 2 peas in a pod, making history together.
Listen to me, you stupid twat. We are not 2 peas in a pod. We are nothing alike. You did something truly awful and stole your best friend's girlfriend, whereas I had to watch my childhood sweetheart marry my best friend on the 5th anniversary of my father's death. So, in your story, I'd be Gareth. Do you see? Gareth, who you fucked over for your narcissistic enjoyment. You're a pathetic excuse for a human being.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Ah. Right you are. I think I might have got the wrong end of the stick.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
So I'm not pushing the bus?
No.
We're live?
Yes, fantastic. That was the Prime Minister's there. And, of course, without the assets and wealth funding...
Yeah, well,
received...
I'd still be teaching... Not me again, right. Yeah.
You're Chester.
Chester Mims, 24. My party tricks include close-up card magic, playing the banjo, and no gag reflex.
Oh, huh.
No way! No way you don't have a good no gag reflex. That's impossible.
Experiment, is that correct?
Yes. One man shall push a button and the rest of mankind shall smile. That's Mims with 2 M's.
Well, I think we can get a counter on the screen now.
And 1 M at the beginning, obviously.
We're going in 10.
So 3 then.
9, 8,
7, 6, 5,
Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Well, safe to say we got everything out of that guest.
Thank God, I don't want to listen to it going on again. Next up, right, we're 3 down, and we've already got, oh, crap, I forgot to check 2. I have to check that later. Thankfully, I'll have enough time just by going through another guy, just to check. But regardless, let's see now. It's not 1. And it's not 3, so it has to be 2. So it is 2 chats, which is that. It's 17 of March 1985. We're basically almost done with the worrying lumps. I just need one more thing. Because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be 29. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, basically, that's what I got. Next up, 10. Oh, actually, I can check it out. Okay, good. Okay, it's 2. Gotcha. Alright. Button. Oh, right, yeah, I need a pick. Oh, I see. That's why it wasn't allowing me to fucking do it. Okay, good. Apparently I don't have anything from Neil? Oh, no, I don't. I do, it's just too fucking small. Anyway. Helen, I can't speak about your Jordan Rankley. Let's go, Helen.
Soul of a warrior in the body of a weeping willow. I have all her works on VHS.
Alright. Button!
Classy and beautiful, like a soprano sax in the high range.
So sorry about the dryness. The last few days it seemed to have started becoming a little bit flaky. Probably the weather.
No, it's Cedric Show.
1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, I don't see why that's so hard for you to remember.
My goodness, such a litany of sorrows. Helena Canterbury Boatshoe.
Dr. Charles Magnus, this is my assistant, Chester.
Am I getting this touch up, or am I making changes?
Cat?
Chester Mims, 24. My pet peeves are poor dental hygiene, golfer's trousers, and totalitarianism.
Thank you, Chester. You can run along now.
I've seen all your films.
I thought his biggest pet peeve was anti-disestablishmentarianism. One of my personal favourites.
How lovely.
There's something wrong with her face. It keeps coming away.
Lovely.
Why are you using that on me then?
I think you're just lovely.
How kind. Where's Jeremy?
I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Bozeman held me up.
Yes, I sent him a very long, but ultimately pointless memo. Spent
Oi.
all morning writing it.
Why? Why do you?
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's
Mem.
the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event
Gosh.
hosted by your national nightly news team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chittlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his romantically named Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We're joined in the studio tonight by Dr. Charles Magnus himself, actress, model and activist Helena Canterbury Boatshoe, and... Sorry, what's your name?
Chester Mims, 24.
24.
My favourite body parts are my eyes, my spleen, and of course my above-average sized penis.
Fascinating guests.
I guess it's around the size of a Volvo automobile.
Stay with us on Channel 1 all night for The Night of Smiles.
45 seconds back.
Jeremy Dawson, pleased to meet you.
Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. I'm a huge fan of your work. Huge.
Thank you. Wish I could say the same. I don't get much time at the cinema, though.
Oh, that's a shame. Your world must be awfully bleak. You poor little man.
Do you plan on sleeping? Or do you plan on making this night the Night of Smiles? I don't know! To be honest, I think people are just going to be lonely. So it's like, why would I? Who knows? Who fucking knows? Anyway,
Jenny?
Yes, Jeremy.
Do you interview him too? He looks somewhat broken.
Oh, he's fine. I was chatting to him before. Just leave it to me.
Yes, leave it to Megan.
Not likely, Alex.
Little man, you're such a little
10
man.
seconds,
In a
everyone.
big suit, a little man.
So you heard that then, did you?
Going in 5, 4, 3.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass test of its type. But first, let's meet our gleeful guests, Helena Canterbury-Bochu, Dr. Charles Magnus, and Chester Mims. If I might start with you, Doctor, what should we be expecting to feel like when the machine is switched on?
What was going to that? That's
Happier, we hope.
Yeah, but will it be just mild happiness?
Such as what my...
I did read it. Thank you very much. I'll do it again. I know that's not perfect, but it's good enough, and it's close enough that you're actually gonna get. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Half of it sounds like gibberish. Right? Liam Dotton did much better, because it's not because he doesn't pronounce it like I might be getting it right. Can someone from Wales please check if I'm actually saying it correctly? If someone who knows Welsh can actually check if I'm saying it right, and if I am, then Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I doing?
An experience in finding a misplaced onion.
Thank you, Jeremy. Or will it be all-encompassing bliss?
Oh, such as when one is in love.
Well, yes, exactly.
I wouldn't know about love.
Dr. Magnus has never had a romantic relationship.
Oh, married to the science, I'd imagine how romantic.
No. He's had loads of dates. He finds them in the personal ads.
Yes, thank you, Chester.
Oh, well, it's good that you're trying.
Not empirically, it isn't. No. I think over the last, 31 years, he has had 122 blind dates. Of these, 3 have left in tears. 15 have had sudden family emergencies. 4 sat opposite him, repeating the word no over and over again until they left. I mean, I could go on.
I'd rather you didn't.
Exactly half of them never even bothered to turn up.
Okay, so it's 122. Exactly half of them turned up. So half of 122 is 61. Yes.
It's dreadful, isn't it? And then, of course, there's her.
Chester! Not likely, Alex. We don't deal in impossibilities at the Happiness Collective.
That's what it's like.
We focus on what we can do.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Well, this is why I forsworn anything other than the most casual of relationships with men. My favourite cats, Doctor.
Oh, yes. I bought a cat
61.
12 years ago. Chutney.
Then you understand.
Ran him over. 45th birthday.
Okay.
He just loved sunbathing on the drive.
Oh, there is no grief like that of mourning a beloved pet. Was Chutney the inspiration behind your euphoria device?
Or perhaps some other got
What a cat person either, Mr. Donaldson. Oh, you are such a tragic figure. You tug at one's heartstrings. It's all so sad.
No, really, it's not.
Well, it's not long now until we flip on the machine and find out whether we all feel like we're in love, even if it is just with a cat.
I'm hoping for the warm happiness one feels looking out over the family estate, with a cup of our housekeeper's famous hot chocolate, wearing nothing but a kabuki mask.
So weirdly specific.
So they let you keep your family's estate then, did they?
Sort of. It's mainly used as a film set these days.
Fascinating. I am going to have to stop you there, though, because we are going live to New Advance HQ for a very special message of good luck. Let's go to that now.
About a minute, everybody. Let's get you over to the device now, please.
Did you get a memo from Bozeman?
No. What memo?
I think he's losing his mind. 15 pages about nothing. Literally nothing.
What did you do? You must have done something to piss him off.
Impossible to say. Often being myself is enough.
Harsh but fair.
Depends what you mean by work.
Of course it's not going to work. Well, it's not thousands of people ringing and claiming that it has. It's going to be mass hysteria.
Mass euphoria. As long as it's not
Yes.
masturbation. Did Jenny just make a masturbation joke?
The world is very wrong.
Holy shit.
10 seconds, everybody.
Holy shit, Jenny went there.
5, 4, 3.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the assets and wealth funding you received...
This machine would still be the deranged scribblings of a snake oil salesman.
Well, will your machine cure cynicism?
It's an 18 plus, not a 13 plus. Fair! Fair! I'm fair!
Cynicism too, Dr. Magnus?
Not if being a cynic makes him happy, I'm afraid.
You know, it really does.
Oh, bless your poor damaged heart. Perhaps you should press the button with me. I have a feeling it'll be the first thing you've done in a long time to make yourself happier.
You know, I could push the button with you. I mean, it would be an honour.
Sorry, sweetie. The general public aren't allowed to make physical contact with me for legal reasons.
Oh, of course.
What is a cynic? I'm gonna Google that for you quickly. Cynic. Okay. To be a cynic is to be a person who believes that people are motivated purely by self-interest rather than acting for honourable or unselfish reasons. There you go.
Hands, Mr. Donaldson.
Yes, I could say the same about yourself.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed during that, Winston, but at one point they mentioned a mysterious woman for whom Magnus clearly holds a candle. I confess I'm intrigued. What sort of lady could cause such an emotionless man to become so flustered? It's hard to imagine.
Oh, yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, but the machine says it's not right. We must be
Miscalculate the atomic weights for the combination lock. So apparently, you get an achievement for that. Okay then. Alright. Is that it from everything? Is that just Jordan Rankley though? No, we still have to go back to Helen for that. Okay. We'll go back there. We got everything else from everyone else, except for Dawn.
Scariest thing to come out of a kitchen since Mother Bozeman's infamous chili sorbet.
The fuck? Okay. Well, once I figure out this combination, I'm tuckering out for the night and we'll continue this probably tomorrow, actually. So I don't actually have any loose ends. Dr. Magnus did say he got the cat 12 years ago. How did I not say that? I didn't ring the bell on that. I'll get that later, to be fair. But that later once I'm with Helena, and I'll be able to remember it again.
They're harsh, but undeniably talented, Winston. Mark my words, Rankley will be on our screens for years to come.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester.
It's the number of blind dates I've had when no one's turned up. No, I didn't know. The number of buds on my left arm. The day my childhood sweet behind my best friend. The year my cat was when I ran him over. The number of conversations I've had with my father and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, I don't see how it's so hard for you to remember.
Just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host and the other guests will be with you shortly.
Thank you. Not you.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
What other guest is this?
Oh, it's just a celebrity chef we have here on Channel 1. Bozeman thought it would add a bit of...
You know what? Remove his man. You know what? Fuck this. 10-second timeout. Fuck you. I did remove every message that he made, but yeah. 10-second timeout, guys. 10 seconds of open. Anyway, now we have someone who actually makes sense.
Nice. Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Oh, yeah. I thought so.
What?
I don't like coriander. It tastes like soap. What doesn't Colin like?
Soap, apparently.
Tell me something I don't know.
Jeremy, Dr. Charles Magnus.
So we've got a doctor and a chef on. Well, you know, as a priest, we've got the beginnings of a terrible joke. Jeremy Dawson, professional cynic.
All the best minds are.
Don't mind him. He's just jealous that his career doesn't come with a title.
Chef is hardly a title.
Sorry, I'm late. Problematic paella. This must be Professor Magnus.
Megan, you should be happy that Red has left the stream by this point, or else you will be dead.
Dr. Magnus, apparently.
Oh, either is fine.
10 seconds, everybody.
Always a good sign.
I beg your pardon.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm
Harry Paella. It's meant to be pronounced, according to Red in an earlier stream, it's pronounced paella. And yes, I know that sounds like paella, but it's paella, not paella, paella. There's a Y there for a reason. Paella, not paella, paella.
Jeremy Dawson.
That's what Red told me. That's what Red told me during a stream, during one of the Hat in Time streams. I think it was the third one. And yeah, that's what he said. And he said I got it. So if I'm wrong, then please contact him, not me, him.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your national nightly news team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chintlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his optimistically named Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
UK IP, well, it's the British, Lewis. It's the British. What do you want, Lewis? What do you want from the British?
He claims his Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. And taking him to task tonight will be Channel 1's very own Jordan Rankley.
That's right, Megan. Dr. Magnus may be one of the most distinct...
You're having this from the Wiktionary. You're having this from Wiktionary.org. Understand the blue. Then the W become E. But yeah, yeah, you're looking at the English way. It's actually I'm looking here now. It's looking at the way that it is in Catalan, which I believe is where it comes from when it comes to the dish in Spain. Paella. Apparently in Valencia, Central and Balearic, it's those you get it. Okay. We are wasting time, and I need to go to bed soon. So let's carry on.
Members of his field, such as it is, but we'll still how he handles the searing critique of the best chef in the business.
Winner of 3 golden mustard ladles and 4 filleted flank awards, Jordan is widely considered the sharpest tongue in television. Chef Rankley has inspired tears from actors, politicians and even florists, though maybe it's just their liberal use of onions.
So with all that coming up, don't touch that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Smiles.
45 seconds back.
Who wrote that onion joke?
Bozeman.
And it was a classic.
When we come back, Doctor, we're going to be asking you a few questions.
Could you tell me a bit more about this catering person?
Don't worry, they're here to utter profanities, not provide actual opinions.
Behave. Don't mind him, he needs your machine more than any of us. Dr. Charles Magnus, Jordan Rankley. Jordan, Dr. Magnus.
Nice to meet you. Quick question, Doctor. Are your parents married?
What?
Quickly, we're going live any second.
Well, actually, my mother left when I...
Yes, great.
Seconds.
Why did you want to know that?
The grating cuts deeper when there's a grain of truth.
Lovely. 5, 4,
Okay, then.
3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass test of its type. So let's meet the man behind the merriment, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. And of course, next to you is the one and only Jordan Rankley.
Hello. I've seen better openers on a tin of fucking beef hash.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, a sorry fucking excuse for a doctor.
Dr. Magnus, tell us how your Euphoria device works.
Oh, well, that's simple. I just get my assistant, Chester, to press the big red button.
You let the sous chef serve the main course. I'd rather French kiss a fisherman's armpits.
Right, yes. Well, more specifically, Dr. Magnus, how exactly is it supposed to make people happier?
Well, some of that information is proprietary, but I could try and outline the basics.
We're running out of time now, Doc, so let's not try to overcook the explanation.
Well, to put it simply, everything is vibration. Everything is vibrating. A particle is also a wave, and a wave is, if you like, a note. And we all vibrate at different notes depending on our mood.
Seriously? You're going for a musical fucking analogy? Fuck off! Do I look like a fucking trombone to you? I'm a chef. Let's keep the metaphors fucking food-based. You blancmange.
Yes, of course. In cooking, we experience flavour through the taste, but also through smell. The olfactory and gustatory components have to work together. They are tasted in harmony. Are you following me?
Well, yes, I think so. Hopefully some of our more culinary-minded viewers are.
What the fuck are you on about, mate? You're making about as much sense as a drunk toddler in a washing machine. You know what? Check the time right now, and I can guarantee your mother has never been more disappointed with you than she is right this second.
Actually, I know for a fact that that isn't true. She made a point of leaving Father and I at the exact time I was born. On my birthday. So that she could write off the whole decade of disappointment as my fault.
Not likely, Alex.
It's very upsetting. Still, I have to admire her need for accurate timekeeping.
Shitting hell. You've managed to make it pathetic sad rather than pathetic funny. You're unbelievable.
Look, getting back onto track, the machine, it plays a note. It releases a smell that represents happiness, and all the people and all the animals resonate with that smell and feel happier, noticeably.
Okay, goodbye, Lewis.
At least that's the hope.
You would know everything anyway, so thank you.
Now I'd give anything to feel a bit happier.
So, what you're saying is that for unprecedented public funding, running into the tens of millions, you've built a crock-pot that farts out a spag bowl of emotions.
Well,
do you know what? We're out of time, actually, Doctor. There's less than a minute to go now, so we will get set up with Chester and our guests over at the Euphoria device. But in the meantime, we will go live to New Advance HQ for a special message from the Prime Ministers Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury.
Okay, so that's about a minute. If we could get you all over to the device now, please.
No hard feelings, eh, Doc? It's just for the cameras. It's nothing personal.
Right. Television is more complicated than quantum mechanics, so it would seem.
You'll get used to it with time.
Hopefully not.
Come on, everyone. Let's get to our places.
Yes, you wouldn't want to be in the wrong place with the big button push. Whatever would we do? Might throw off all the science.
Hush, it might work.
Lovely,
looking great. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 4.
Back to the studio.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there, and of course, without the assets and wealth funding you received.
We'd still be making prototypes out of bread sticks. Bread.
You must be Chester.
Come on, let's get on with it. We're pressing the button or we're tongue-fucking each other. Shit!
Oh!
For the foreplay!
Oh!
Well, I suppose we may as well see if this ridiculous contraption actually works, shall we?
Yes, I suppose.
Fucking do it.
I just need a few seconds to set up, and we'll be good to go.
You know what? Come here. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. We're going. Oh, fuck off! Just fuck right off! Oh, fucking presents.
Okay then! Interesting!
Well, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, throw everything together and hope for the best.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I'll do that later once I'm done with Helena and... This will be good. Okay, I just need to check. Yeah, there's like one more thing that we're gonna get. Hopefully some good stuff linked to the cat's age and the tragic marriage date. You know what? I'll press the button, but that's where I'm gonna end it for now. I want to listen to some fucking good music and then sleep. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest you all get pissed. Alright. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye. Don't trust Stockholm. You know that these feel